Hello, second grade. So this is the project we're going to be doing. It is a Native American pictograph art. Since November is Native American Heritage Month, this is what we're going to be making. So first of all, what is a pictograph? So a pictograph, here's some samples of them right here. They are pictures that represent a word or a phrase, and they're one of our earliest forms of writing. So, as you could see here, these little symbols represent different words or phrases. For example, this one looks like a little sun, so that represents a sun. And these two, this represents spring, this represents summer. So think about why that would represent spring or summer. So for me, it kind of looks like maybe grass or flowers growing. You see that? And then this looks like rain falling. Maybe this line represents the sky. Okay, let's see. We have a little campfire over here. We can see why that would mean campfire. These zigzag lines here represent mountains. Some of them are very obvious, like we could see these three. These are fish, this one's a turtle. Okay, this one here says horse tracks. So it almost looks like their little hooves maybe, the imprint of their hooves. All right, so Native Americans, they wrote pictographs on rocks, cave walls, buffalo hides, and they wrote these to tell stories during battle or of battle and to communicate important things, important messages, because they didn't have paper to write on, they didn't have texting, they didn't have any of that. So this is what they used back then. So for this project, you will need a blank piece of paper. And for mine, I used oil pastels. So if you have these, that's great, and you can use those with me. If you don't have oil pastels, you could use crayon, okay? Crayon or marker, actually. Either of those will work fine. So what you want to do first is draw out the different pictographs you want in pencil. That way, in case you don't like how one of them come out, you can just erase and get it exactly how you want it. So I'm just going to draw a few here. If you want, in your picture, if you want to tell a story, like maybe you want to put a fish here and a turtle here, and maybe that can represent a lake or a pond. You can think of different ways to tell a story, just like how the Native Americans use these designs to tell stories. So I'm going to do a fish, a turtle. These lines here represent a river. Maybe I'll do a sun here for the sky. And then mountains in the distance. I'm not going to do too many, but when you do yours, I want you to try your best to fill up your paper. So after you get them all drawn out, you can go in with your oil pastels and just go right over your pencil lines. Try to make it as bright and colorful as you can using different colors and not just one color for the entire thing. My river, I want it blue. Sun, I will do yellow. And then I'm going to fill in my sun with orange. As you can see here, I filled in a few of my objects, so my pictographs. The sun, I filled in a fish there. I filled in the moon. So you just trace over the turtle, and then I will go over some painting tips with you all. So for my picture, I use watercolor. If you do not have any paints at home, if you don't have any watercolor, you can color the background with crayon, colored pencil, or marker, whatever you have, okay? So I don't want it to just be a few little pictographs and blank white paper. I want you to try your best to add lots of color in there if you do not have paint. If you do have watercolor paint, what you will need is paint, a brush, a little cup of water, and I recommend having a paper towel nearby. And I will show you what that will be for. So, when you are painting, you're going to get a little bit of water on your brush, and you're going to place your brush in the color that you want. I'm going to do yellow first. So I'm just mixing the water into the watercolor, and then you can place the watercolor wherever you want. So I'm going to fill up my whole paper with it. So I'm going to do a little yellow there, a little yellow over here, a little over here. So then, when you go to switch colors, you're going to want to clean your brush off. See how I'm not splashing water everywhere? I'm just lightly pushing it on the bottom of the cup, almost like it's jumping on a trampoline. And then I'm just going to wipe it on this paper towel just to make sure all the yellow came off. So now we're going to get a little more water on our brush. Next, I will dip into some green. Now I'm going to place a little green all over my paper. And as you could see, I'm just painting with green right over my pastel. So if you used pastel or crayon, the pastel and crayon are going to resist the watercolor. Okay? So that means that the watercolor is just going to fall right off of it and it will not cover it. If you're using marker, the marker will just peek right through the paint. All right, so now I'm gonna add some blue in here. So see, I'm just starting to fill up my paper. You can use any colors you want. You just wanna fill up all around your pictographs. And then when you're done, when you paint the whole thing, it'll look something like this. See how I use all different colors and I just hopped around with those colors. So when you're done, make sure you upload your picture onto Google Classroom. That way I know that you did the assignment. And I can't wait to see all your beautiful pictures. Bye everyone.